Well, how are you all there, my dears? Isn't it lovely to see you? Oh, look at all of you dressed so lovely out there today. I tell you, you've really gone out down to town, and I know that somebody's out of town who you really like. I love him lots. I think he's fantastic. And that's Duncan Palmer, your manager. What a fantastic manager you've got. Well, I tell you, I do like to dress up a bit. And I was here at the Langham only last month. Some of you might not have noticed me slipping into the Langham. Oh, I love to come in for a cup of tea. Oh, delicious, that Langham afternoon tea, I tell you, they do it so well, all the staff in the hotel. The last time I stayed, I tell you, we stayed and they all looked after me very well. I had all those boys at the airport, they looked after all my luggage and all my handbags. They did a fantastic job. They came over to the concierge and they took my bags out and I was welcomed by Wimmy, that lovely girl in the reception. She does a fantastic job, and all the reception team, they're so fantastic really. Anyway, I come in with loads of luggage and gear, of course. I'm in my favourite outfit. I always like to do that for Duncan. He likes my black outfit and my red handbag, so fun really. The Langham team, I love the people in the Clips and the Bostonian and the Tancourt. They do a great job. Sometimes I go and see the chef when I'm at the Langham because they have great food and the chef loves to cook and I love to show him how to cook my eggs. It's fantastic, and in America we love big burgers, so I like big portions. Anyway, I have to watch that for keep myself slim and wonderful. But anyway, you probably heard about me a little bit, Lady Gaga, all the way from America. Well, Duncan's in America now, so I can tell you everything about the Langham. The last time I stayed, I tell you, I was there for 7 days. Fantastic service throughout the hotel. You all do a fantastic job. And I stayed there 7 days. Fantastic, and every night I got a turn down special. Absolutely fantastic. And the staff told me about those wonderful Langham values that they have in the company. They're just fantastic. So on my first night, I get it here out of my bag. The first night I got a Huggy Bear, and that's their first value. It's called Huggy Bear. Is all about connecting from the heart, which is really nice. So the second night I thought, well, what are they going to give me? Well, I tell you, it's like when you're a young boy and you're growing up, you're 1 year old, you're 2 years old, they get a surprise Jack-in-a-Box. And a surprise Jack-in-a-Box is all about surprising our guests. And they surprise me every day with their lovely service. Really rather good. Anyway, if you imagine you were a 3-year-old kid, you've got your Huggy Bear, all right, you've got your Jack-in-a-Box. The third thing you get when you're very young, at the age of 3, is you get an iPhone. On my third night at the Langham, they gave me an iPhone. And that's all about staying forever young, which you know I am, of course. I'm only 23 years old and doing all those concerts through America. So I like that from the Langham. 3 years old, forever young, the third value of their company. Fantastic. And what's good is they match the colour with my handbag. Fantastic. Then, of course, we were into model planes. If you're a 4-year-old child and being given something, I like to sometimes sit in my room and play around with things. I like to make aeroplanes and like that. And every time I make them, I get better. So better every time. And that's their better every way. That's their fourth motto with the values. And then, of course, they gave me an apple on my 5th night. Maybe I'd been eating too much of that food from that famous chef there. All those great meals in Tancourt. So they gave me an apple. So that was all rather curious. But be curious is the 5th value for the company. So there we are. I'm sitting in my suite thinking on the 6th day, what can they possibly do? And of course, on that particular night, I was having a show out in the Hong Kong Arena on the harbour. And I had 50,000 guests all there. It was fantastic. It was lovely. And of course, all the Langham staff came along for the show. And they sent me a turn down that night with a cup. They wanted to celebrate the success of my show. So that's the 6th value. So there we are, connecting from the heart, surprising our guests, forever young with these things here, and being curious and celebrating success. And of course, then they talked about communication. Well, I love these microphones. They left a microphone on my 7th night at the hotel. Communicate, communicate, communicate. That's their 7th value in the company, which I think is really great. I love communicating. I love communicating with Duncan. He's great. He's very good with the whole team. They get back to us so quickly on our reservations. The reservations team's fantastic. The telephone operators, the stewarding, the laundry people, they do such a great job on my outfits. And all the back of house staff are fantastic. Now, they do lots of training in the hotel, I understand, which is great. And then, of course, it's all about one team, one dream, isn't it? Well, we've all been to the football. Well, here in America, we had a team. They didn't do too well, but never mind. I think a European team won, probably Germany, somebody like that. But don't follow the football, really. And so there we have our 8th dream. One team, one dream. That's the 8th value. So what a wonderful stay at the Langham. So listen, I'm going to crack on with my tea, if that's all right. Going to have a little bit of a rest. You go and have a lovely party and give Uncle Duncan, Duncan Donuts, that great manager of yours, a big hug from me when he gets back from America. And you all behave yourselves tonight and enjoy that XCOM show. I'm here, it's fantastic. All right, good night and cheers to you all.